Today's subject is transferable skills. It's an important subject, something I think you all need to learn a bit about. We also need to understand why transferable skills are so important, and they are. So we're not only going to learn what they are and what they're about, but why they are so important. So let me set the stage by giving you some perspective. You know, in today's job market, positions are temporary. There's no such thing anymore as a permanent job. You know, my dad worked in a company for 28 years. That doesn't happen anymore. It happens, you know, occasionally, sometimes, but it's rare. I actually have two clients right now. One fellow worked in his job for 32 years. Another fellow worked in his job for 29 years. But this is highly, highly unusual. Most people who come to me have been in their job for 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. And in today's world, there's a lot of movement. Over the last several years, the duration or the timeline, timeline of these jobs is getting smaller and smaller, shorter and shorter. So the typical duration of a white-collar job in any field across the board is now less than 2 years. Wow. Yes, that's the typical or average duration of a white-collar professional job in any field, let's say from a sort of medium level up, okay? So what does that tell you? That tells you that you need to change the way you think about the job market. It's no longer, oh, I want to get a job I can stay with for the rest of my life. I hear clients say that to me, and I'm looking at them like, what planet are you from? You know, it just doesn't exist. Now, I don't blame them. It's just that they're kind of living in an old reality, an old paradigm. It just doesn't exist anymore. Yes, you could get extraordinarily lucky and find some job and stay there for 12 years. Yes, you might. But it's highly, highly unlikely. What you need to do is set your sights a little bit differently and position yourself differently. Short-term jobs used to be the exception. Now they are the rule. And if you've been to any of my other seminars, you know that I always talk about how we're all self-employed, right? We all have to have an entrepreneurial mindset. We all have to be marketing ourselves, thinking about the next role, building our success file so that we can leverage it into the next role, the next position. That's the way you need to manage your career these days. The world is very volatile. The job market is constantly evolving. Many people are switching careers in and out, back and forth. Whole industries are disappearing, right? People need to adapt and move into another field or another role where they can use their what? Their transferable skills. Some clients are stubborn. Some people, I should say. Some people are stubborn. They hold on. They hold on for dear life. You know, I'm not going to leave my industry. I'm going to stay with it. I'm going to stick with this no matter what. I've seen that a lot. They're holding on out of nostalgia, fear, resentment, anger, desperation. But whatever they're doing, they're holding on to this false dream, in many cases, that they can replicate what they've had. But, you know, when a client comes to me and says, Ford, I've been a typesetter for the last 30 years, and I'm going to remain a typesetter. You'll see, I'll find a job as a typesetter. No, you won't. There ain't no more typesetting. That's done. That's finished. It's out the window. So sometimes I have to convince people to look more broadly and see what's right in front of their noses, but sometimes people are stubborn about that. Do you understand? Transferable skills are portable skills. This is the key word I want you to remember. Portable. You take them with you no matter where you go. You know, your employer can own your job and they can take away your job, but they can't take away your skills. If you have skills, you take them with you anywhere you go. If you have accomplishments, you take them with you everywhere you go. Nobody can take that away from you. Think about that. Also, in today's market, employers are looking for people who are highly flexible, very adaptable, people who really are creative, innovative. They see the big picture. They see the interrelationships of things. They understand how to take advantage of opportunities, even if it's not the type of opportunity they've necessarily faced in the past. Again, it's an entrepreneurial mindset. It's a self-motivated type of mindset. So gone are the days when you sit at your desk waiting for your boss to tell you what to do, and then you just do it. You've got to be more self-motivated, more personal initiative, more drive, more desire to perform, to do well, to create value. Create value every day, every week, every month. This is what's most important. This is what employers are looking for. They don't want yes men or women. They don't want people to just sit in their desk waiting to be told what to do. You have to be more involved. You have to be kind of more integrated into the company's objectives and business goals. You've got to be more plugged in to the direction and the strategies of the employer. Make sense? Okay, so be nimble, be flexible. That's how you're going to survive and thrive inside today's employers.